Hello folks, welcome to our weekly review. After you watch today's video, you will understand that you have the opportunity to take control of your financial life with the difficulties and opportunities that it presents. If that is something that might interest you, watch on and make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. I would also suggest joining our Discord community of Simple Trade. I'm Troglodyte from Simple Trade, and today I will talk to you about the market situation and what tools you need in order to earn large sums of money in any market. We will talk about a number of stocks that ran beautifully and how it could have been anticipated, what does the future hold, and how can you be equipped appropriately in order to profit in every scenario. For a number of weeks, the OTC market has been decreasing gradually, something that has to happen every now and then. But as we have said many times here and in our Simple Trade community, the market is periodical, and after it goes down, it has to go up. This week was the beginning, so it seems, of the significant rise that might come upon us. Stocks rising everywhere, strong catalysts causing stocks to absolutely explode, and many opportunities still present themselves. This makes it absolutely clear. The OTC is the place to be. The trick is being able to identify the bottoms, something that you will be taught at the OTC Oracle course. Let's discuss some stocks now, shall we? It was quite a week, and it will be interesting. The first pair of stocks I would like to talk about today are JPEX and ILST, both of which increased their value by more than 50%. Both of these stocks have been reviewed and thoroughly discussed in our Simple Trade community. Please refer to the links in the description for the full story. Both JPEX and ILST are companies under the custodian group AXXA Capital, which is a successful custodian for many stocks in the OTC world. More about the custodian process and how to recognize the potential early is taught at the OTC Oracle course. JPEX is in the final stages of the custodian process. 3 weeks ago, AXXA, this is their Twitter account as well, stated that it is a matter of weeks before the request to terminate the custodian, and thus successfully finished the process. On the 2nd of December, JPX Global themselves announced the following. We have just onboarded 3 new Cisco CCIE to VMOS technologies to help execute a host of new deals currently in the works. We are also in the final phase of testing our vShield cloud security product, more updates to come before end of year. VMOS being the company that will merge into JPEX. ILST, on the other hand, has already filed the request to terminate the custodian just last week. This is, again, the finishing touch to the process before the purchasing company wholly takes over. Both companies are promised not to have any dilution or a reverse split. These are great examples of the potential the OTC holds, and it will be mighty interesting to see how these companies progress. Off to our next stock, DGTW. Now, this here is an interesting stock that has been bouncing a little up and down for quite some time, providing opportunities for profits of hundreds of percents multiple times. Recently, the stock fell down from 0019 to as low as 0003. Let's see what happened. This is a pink current stock with an up-to-date website and an active Twitter account, in which the company states that Digital Town is undergoing a transformation. Stay tuned for news and updates. A long while ago, the company filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy and has been dealing with the courts ever since. The company intended to do so in order to emerge with a healthy balance sheet and reorganize its debt and fairly treating creditors while ensuring existing shareholders retain their equity stake. Last Friday, the company announced in its Twitter account, "We are saddened and disappointed to inform that despite our best efforts, the judge has denied the feasibility of our plan of record and has converted the case to Chapter 7. Chapter 7 means that there is a chance that the stock will lose all value for the current shareholders. But as it is still a court case, there is a chance that new plans will be submitted and the company will return to Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which could lead to an immense run." How are we to anticipate such a scenario? How are we to take advantage of the situation? How can we avoid being in a stock such as that while it falls, and enter it right before it climbs back up? All that and more will be explained in the OTC Oracle course. It will be very interesting to follow the stock and see what becomes of it. Let's continue to our next group of stocks for today, FONU and PLPL. Both these stocks have increased their value by more than 100% last week. So why it happened? Let me show you. Up until recently, FONU was a stock under the limited tier, with its website stating that FONU is in the process of restructuring its business and will move in a new direction to focus on any of the following sectors: hospitality, real estate development, mining and minerals, green technology, retail, warehousing and logistics. Then, last Friday, the company finally became pink current. Simultaneously, we have PLPL, who was already a pink current stock. The catalyst with PLPL, though, is the release from debt of almost $7 million. Why did these companies run so nicely upon this news? Well, let me tell you, it has to do with two things. The first one is the extremely positive trend of the market. The second one is the very good share structure that allows for these beautiful runs. But how do I know that a share structure is good? And is there a way to properly categorize companies based on that criteria? Well, there is, and it is all explained in the OTC Oracle course. By now it might seem as a recurring instance, me mentioning the OTC Oracle course. And that's true, because this course encompasses so much information that could help you so much with trading and can put you on the right path. So passing it is basically saying no to a golden plate with a lot of good stuff on it. It will be interesting to follow and see how these companies both progress with time, now with the market being so bullish. Off to our last stock for today, AXXA. The stock increased its value by more than 100% this past week. Let's see why. This is a pink current stock with a decent share structure with the following description. AXXA Group is a diversified fintech company with assets in real estate, financing, agribusiness, digital media, and software-related technology platforms. AXXA acquires controlling equity interests in undervalued assets, taking an active role by providing both capital and structured financing, as well as operational management expertise. On the 30th of November, the company released news regarding its future financial anticipation. AXXA targets $100 million of revenue and a 15 to 20% net margin for the period ending March 2023. AXXA affirms around $50 million revenue target for the current year ending March 2022. Finally, December 9th, the company announces the following. AXXA Group adding to real estate portfolio and announces AXXA Metaverse initiative. Set to close the first phase of new deal real estate acquisition, which should add 25 million value per quarter. Announces AXXA Metaverse initiative, which leverages and integrates successful core AXXA Group assets. Asset acquisition, digital products, services enjoying huge growth. The value rises in Metaverse ecosystem, and plans to substantially grow assets via a blend of the physical asset and digital asset acquisitions, meaning the company is entering the Metaverse sector. Now, with the extremely positive trend of the market and the Metaverse craze, that caused the run the stock is experiencing now. This is an interesting stock to follow and see what happens to it, only time will tell. I would like to now summarize what we have seen. The market is in a positive bullish trend, and it seems that the significant value decrease in the OTC is over. That, combined with strong patterns such as the Metaverse craze, the low flow trips that turn pink, and the custodian runners, will bring value to the OTC probably unseen in any other market. I always say that in order to succeed, the best thing one can do is find himself a teacher. You are lucky enough to be presented with just that. The OTC Oracle course encompasses all the knowledge one might need to succeed in the OTC. Combined with your hard work and dedication, I don't see a different outcome than you, my friends, becoming multimillionaires. I can't stress this enough. Find yourself a teacher. If any of you would be interested in taking your own fate into your hands, the link to the free course as well as the full course are in the description. I suggest, if you are a new trader, start with a free OTC Oracle course. See how it goes. I believe you will understand quickly enough that you want as much knowledge as possible. I wish you all great success and see you out there.